This video is sponsored by Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is one of the tools I, as a program and a product manager, rely heavily on it. I use it daily and I'll talk more about it in the later part of the video, how and why we use Confluence, and you should as well. Hey Google, turn on the studio lights.
Okay, turning on 2 lights.
The very first thing I like to do is just take a look at the calendar. I see all the meetings I have in a day, because that gets me prepared for the day. Like, okay, I have like 10 meetings or I have 5 meetings. Also, if you're interested in becoming a product manager or a program manager, you'll end up spending a lot of time in the meetings. That's what I do. My calendar is filled with meetings, starting with like scrums, leadership call, product roadmap. One of the tools I use is called Confluence, and it helps me kind of be productive. You can create a document and tell your team that, hey, fill it out before the meeting or take a look at it before the meeting. So when the meeting comes, you're actually talking about the decision and next steps. So I'll talk more about it in the later part of the video. But for now, I'm going to jump on my call. I just got done with the stand-ups. There's about 4 teams, so every team has their own stand-up. So I just met with everyone. Usually, for those of you who don't know what is stand-up, it's like a 15-minute quick meetings to talk about what are they working on, what did they completed yesterday, or what did they worked on, and if there were any blockers or dependency or risk they want to call out, which I, as a program manager, can follow up, or a product manager needs to follow up on something. Okay, so what is Confluence? It's a collaboration hub that brings together knowledge, teammates, and projects. Confluence helps me stay in sync with my team and integrates with Slack, which is also super cool, and helps me keep my project going. Let me quickly show you how I use Confluence for my work. So remember, I said I got done with my stand-up meeting. Here's a Confluence page I created for my team. Basically, each team member will give an update on what they're working on. So you can see every single thing they are working on, and then the action item to follow up once the meeting is done. So whoever is driving the project can take the action item and can quickly follow up on it. We also use Confluence for product requirements or user stories to document our user stories. So whenever a product manager is working on a feature, they can create a document in Confluence, write all the requirements over there, and then link that page to Jira, which is our project management tool. And then that way, an engineer is working on it, they can just directly go to the documentation and see what exactly product manager wants in that feature, which is pretty cool. All right, it's about 10 o'clock right now. I don't have meetings until like 10:30 or so. So I have about 30 minutes of kind of break from my meetings. I typically like to take a quick short break, like 15 minutes break. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take Bruno on a walk. Sometimes we do it in the afternoon, but today I feel like just taking a walk because it's also gonna rain and it's not raining right now. So I feel like it's a perfect time for me to take him on a walk. So I'm gonna go. So now I have about 30 minutes before my next meeting. It's a sprint review meeting. For those of you who don't know what is sprint review, sprint is a cycle. It's a 2 week cycle. Our cycle is 2 weeks. So that's what we use it. Basically, that 2 week is just a time box. We say that we are going to accomplish these many things in a sprint. And then after the 2 weeks timeline is done, we do a sprint review, which is reviewing what was accomplished in that 2 weeks time frame. And so I have created this template which is like a sprint review template. Again, it's in a Confluence. So basically it's cool because everybody can just copy my page and then they can fill in the detail for themselves. It's super easy to copy. They just have to click on these three dots, and then when you click copy, it'll ask you where exactly do I want to copy. Let's say if I just want to copy here, and then it's nice and easy. Everything is copied. They just have to change the name, title, etc., and then fill up the details for themselves. Into product management, project management, you should absolutely take notes, because there will be days, and there are days in my day that I have back to back meetings, and sometimes if you don't take notes, you forget that what happened in the first meeting, was there any action items or not. So I like to do it, and I do it everything in Confluence because I can track it, and that's where, like, I call it my second brain at work. Anytime I want to go back, I was like, okay, on 4th November this happened, or on 3rd November this happened. I love the feature of Confluence where it can just create a page of all open action items, so you can just totally see who needs to do what and when, and there's a due date and the assignee and all of that. So it's pretty cool. I'm done with work, but not really. Like, I'm done with work, and typically I like to, like, because I'm in the zone, I like to take like 1-2 hours and finish my YouTube stuff, because obviously I have a YouTube channel. That's where you're seeing this video. So today I'm filming a podcast, so I'm gonna be, working on the podcast filming, and then I'll probably do some form of editing, so that way it's ready for tomorrow. So I spend about hour or two on YouTube stuff after my work.